Good morning! So, I'm Ainora and this is my vlog. And yeah, if there's anyone new, this is not a vlog about something or anything. I'm just weird and I feel like this is helping me on my self-development journey. So, here I am. And I have been recording several vlogs during the time I've been away, as always, but I delete them. Always. But anyways, things have happened since last. As you can see, I have pink hair and I love it. I will probably only have that until it washes out, but still it does feel good. I feel so much more myself when I have blonde than when I have than when I had blue or purple or red or brown, which is my natural hair color, brownish, blondish, blah. But I realized that having a purple, pink, bubblegum pink, I guess this is, it just, yeah, it just feels just as me as being blonde. So it feels really cool to have noticed that, and that might be the tone of it, that it still feels like it is kind of blonde. I don't know how the other colors in the same series would work, so maybe I'll try that further on. But I did have a show last week and that's why I decided to dye it pink, because I did try to go more blonde and get the roots and everything the day before, but I was like, well, I don't know if this is actually gonna work, so I think I'm gonna get a colored conditioner or a color bump, so that it's not as visible. But yeah, it feels good. So today I was actually supposed to go to Örebro where I had a class, and I went up like in the morning. Last week I overslept when I was going there, but this week I woke up, I did everything, I was finished for going, like everything was done. I had 20 minutes left until I had to leave, and then I just felt like I don't want to go. Or actually I woke up with that, but I did everything nonetheless, and then I just felt like, oh, I can't. I don't want to, so I didn't go. And I don't regret it, but I'm curious as to why. I probably have subconscious thoughts that I am not really aware of that have been bugging me or something, so I didn't go. But you know what? I've gotten an apartment, so the 1st of December I am moving there, and it feels so good, and it feels so, I'm so sorry, it's itching. Oh my, it's like my actual nose is itching. It's not like a cold or anything, it's just, it's itching. Weird. Sorry. But I'm moving there. I've gotten an apartment that is, it's a student flat, which actually is a bedroom, a living room, a kitchen area. It's not actually called a kitchen because I think it's too few cabinets, but it's like, it's a kitchen and there's a hallway, an entryway, and well, a toilet, of course. Um, but it's just really so nice. I haven't been there, so I haven't seen it. I've only seen the like overview, but it just feels so good. And I have a balcony. That is just so amazing to be able to have a balcony, to be able to go outside and sit outside or just open up. And I am thinking about, I really want to have my own compost. And so with a balcony, that actually it opens up more options for me. So I'm thinking about bokashi or something, which I just learned that I can borrow containers from my mom for that, so that's awesome. But to have some sort of container outside with dirt so that I can reuse things and like, yeah, make sure that I don't have to go and buy dirt all the time because of plants, and that I don't have to like buy external nutrition and stuff for the plants. So I'm just excited about that. And I am uncertain why that is the thing that I'm most excited about with the apartment, but I am. And I'm thinking about maybe like outside taking a plastic container, but maybe like build a wooden structure or something and keep that inside of it so that I can use it as a bench or something, or keep things standing on it. But we'll see, we'll see. I am a walking cluster of ideas, so what I'm talking about is not necessarily gonna come to life, but at least it's alive. It's alive in my head. And now recorded as well, so maybe I'll have to do something about that. So it just feels like things are moving forward, and we have finally gotten the assignment for the courses I'm taking now, which is so nice because it's so much easier to study when you know what you're studying for. I mean, certain things, it's like the subjects in themselves can be so enthralling and so wonderful, and to just get into them, but actually knowing what you're studying for can make it easier to notice certain things, because otherwise you will have to reread it again. Well, you will, of course, because repetition, repetition, repetition. To learn something, we need to repeat it. But it just, yeah, it is so much easier and more calming to actually know. Isn't that the thing about life? Knowing things and being planned, that's actually, it's good. I don't always go for that. I think that being in the now is pretty amazing. But I also find that certain rituals or doing things so that you feel ready to tackle whatever circumstance comes your way, it's so much easier. If you are not on track with your life and things are coming in, then it's hard to actually make something out of that or respond the right way, or yeah. But when you are, yeah, when you feel like you're on track with life, you can handle difficulties much easier, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. this jacket. It's an 80s jacket, kind of, which is from my mom from Turkey, and it's so cool. And it comes with a dress as well, but I can't really wear the dress, and I didn't really feel like it was totally me, and not that I would ever wear them together, but I do love this jacket, and I'm just so so excited about that. And I felt like it was really cool to mix the stripes, actually. I don't really know why, but I just feel so calm in this outfit. I have talking about that, I'm realizing more and more how interested in fashion I am. I mean, I've always been, but in high school I did have a problem with, yeah, my teacher, one of my teachers once said that, oh, but you're into fashion, and I was like, no, because my view of fashion was something completely different, and I'm not really into fashion. I'm into expression. I'm into individuality and finding yourself and expressing who you are, not so that everyone else can have an opinion about you, but that you can feel good when you see yourself, that you, who you are inside, is reflected on the outside, and to change it up, to explore different parts of yourself. And I think that it's a very interesting thing to walk around in your environment, around where there's people, and see how different how you look is reflected through other people. So let's say when I was in Los Angeles and I had blue hair, the meetings with people were one kind of a meeting, and people had certain ideas about me that other people I've met in other situations didn't have the same ideas. And there are like different ideas when I have short hair or long hair, when I dress really feminine or androgynous, and I just see it as this experiment on myself and on my world and everyone around you. And one of the most interesting things is the reactions from my grandma, and how certain things are appreciated and other things are just not. And yeah, I think that it's so much fun, because it reflects not only other people but a different time. And yeah, kind of excited about that. But I have started to accept that part of myself, and I'm getting more and more to a place where I am accepting over the fact that, well, yeah, I make art, I sing and make music, I love filming, and I really think that it's so cool. And I love taking photographs, and I love expressing myself through clothes and styles. And I just think that color and creativity in all kinds of way, interior design and everything, it's just life. And I've been pretty, I've been living in a world where it just felt like, well, you had to be one thing. And with every passing day, I just feel more and more comfortable in being Jacqueline of all trades. I think that it should be Jane, but I use Jacqueline because I think that it's fun. Yeah, I don't know. But I read through the rent laws in Sweden. I think I did it on a web page, so I think it was from our like law book, and they said he about the tenant. All of it was about he, and that really bugged me. That we have a system that is like the tenant is assumed to be male. And I have no idea if there's been a change in that. I didn't look it up as thoroughly as I should have, but I was really upset when it said he. I wonder if it actually might have said it in the rent agreement as well. I don't really know. I'm unsure about that, but at least when I was reading these like laws, it was assumed that the tenant was male. Yeah. I know that we have a lot of remembrance in writing and everything about the good old days, but yeah, it kind of made me upset. I was volunteering at Pride the other week, which I loved. So fun. So wonderful people, and it did cause some bi panic. Always. But I just love hearing different perspectives, different views, and I'm so sick of normalized society, of the norm, of, yeah, how it's not even a thought that occurs. I was at a course and we were supposed to make up scenarios or marketing scenarios for different labels, and one group, I think they only consisted of men, boys, somewhere in between, I don't know. And of course they did a commercial, or came up with a commercial, and all of the actors would be were mentally cast as men. And this could have been there could have been a thought behind it, because it was a pretty feminine product. So there could have been a thought that we wanna expand the like circle of customers or whatnot, but they weren't even thinking about it. They just thought that, oh, this was funny. And I think that that assumption is something that is where most things go wrong. You don't think about how does this work in our society? How does it, what do we have, like, what's our agenda? Because gender is really, really important. I myself, I believe in a world where we don't even have genders and that it's a very fluid thing. But I also know that to get there we need to be very segregated. And I think I heard something about that there is research on that with language, that it's more equal in countries where there are specific words for male and female workers. I don't know. I don't know if that was hearsay or something, but I heard something about that. And just that, well, you have to see the difference. You have to see how weird it is that we call all of these people something feminine and these people something masculine, to actually make sure that we change something in that work environment. I don't know, but something like that. You have to make it known. It's the same with Black Lives Matter and like with disabilities and stuff. You have to make it known that, well, we can't all be the same if you don't acknowledge my needs. So we have to, well, it's like you have to make your identity known so that we can come together and create a society where that isn't necessary. We have to divide and conquer. Well, we have to be aware of the differences to do something about it. If we just keep on ignoring there being differences, if we have two children and we treat them exactly the same, but it's 2 years apart. So if we treat them exactly the same right now, they are still gonna be they are not gonna be treated equal. Because a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old need different things. Maybe if you meet them where they're at, so if you give the 2-year-old what they need, the 4-year-old what they need, then you can make it more equal because they get what they need. Then of course in some ways maybe it needs to be equal right here and now, but also you need to keep the time perspective on things. And that's all I have to say about that, because I felt like I am just gonna go down a rabbit hole and I'm gonna sit here for 3 years and just talk about it, and the camera time is gonna run out and everything, and I'm just gonna start a debate over things that I'm not that well researched, and so I cannot actually have an opinion. But as always, I just need to talk. I just need to get it out. I just need to express myself in different ways. Oh, I'm already at 25 minutes. It actually doesn't say what how much battery I have or anything. I guess that's a good thing, because usually it tends to show me. So I guess that I haven't used up all the battery. I think that would show. I just need to go through if there is anything else I want to talk about. Yes, for the spring I did make a decision to apply for other courses, so not just the course that I'm taking, like the program that I'm attending, but some additional courses, and especially since I'm moving to keep myself busy, to have several things to do. I also plan to sign up for yoga and dancing and get a gym membership and like all of these things, and find people to do that with, so that I don't get stuck at home and not doing anything, that I function. And then of course try to get a job as well. There are not enough hours in the day, the week, the year. I want an eternal amount of time. But yeah, but I did change that. So well, 1.5 years ago, I think I started a program at uni, which was like music production, or sound and music production or something. But I pretty soon decided that that wasn't really for me, and it wasn't for me right then. But I actually took the decision to apply again and take it like 50%, so at half pace, and just keep that on the side. So instead of all of these feministic film theory and everything that I had applied to apply to that instead, or like put it above on the list, so I can do that on the side and just get the more technical bits of production. And it also talks about sound and like making movies and stuff like that. So I feel like it's a good addition to when I start making more vlogs and putting more effort into them, and also if I'm starting the film program, and just keep myself agile and busy and get different perspectives, because honestly I would like to learn for the rest of my life and take classes for the rest of my life regarding everything, because I want to learn everything there is to know in life. That's my goal. I'm gonna be all-knowing somewhen in time. It might be after I'm dead, but I can at least work towards achieving that in my lifetime. I mean, it's probably a good way to try to not getting any brain diseases. I think that it's like keeping the mind active. I never want to degenerate my brain. Well, if I get a disease, that's one thing, but this subtle, just sit in front of the TV mushiness, not caring and not learning anything new, that's not really for me. So I just want to suck in all the knowledge that I can and keep evolving and draw parallels, and just, yeah. become really smart. But I think I have to stop it here because I'm over 30 minutes and I don't think I've ever done a vlog that long. But thank you so much for watching. I feel like this might have actually been a kind of interesting video because it feels like I had a lot to talk about. Not that I think that my life is that interesting, but knowledge is power. And I don't know where I'm going with that, but maybe someone learned something. At least someone learned something about me. So you learned something about me. I need to stop this because I am just spiraling. Sorry. So sorry. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys.